Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And continuing our tactics series.
We're going to talk about charging war machines.
Tactics slash rules.
Exactly. Just tips, whatever you want to call it.
Tips, how-tos.
Yeah. Learn how we lose all of our games.
Exactly. We can teach you how not to do things.
Yeah, exactly.
Charging war machines. War machines are a little bit different than units. In fact, you do not align to a...
Right. The big difference being the
war
round
machine.
base. The round base allows you to do a lot of things that you just cannot do with square bases.
And you cannot maximize. You do not maximize to a war machine
because it's always the same fixed models that are fighting the war machine.
Exactly.
So it allows you to do some interesting stuff.
It does. And the better you do this kind of stuff, the more success you're going to have.
The more success you have, and you'll be able to win more than we do.
Yes. Those who can't teach.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So, anyway, here we have a unit of Goblin Raiders facing a, looks like a trebuchet back there.
It is a trebuchet.
Looks like a trebuchet because it's nowhere near big enough. That's all I'm just going to say. This must be one of your trebuchets.
Some people have trebuchets that actually fit on the table.
So, I like the one-to-one, the actual size.
That's what it is, yeah.
So here we've got just a perfect example of a unit of Goblin Raiders charging straight forward, thumping into the trebuchet.
And they're going straight ahead.
Pure and simple.
And what this means is after the combat, they're going to be able to do a reform, or they're going to be able to go straight ahead, assuming they beat the war machine.
They are Goblin Raiders.
Yes.
The one thing to keep in mind in a war machine, if the Goblin Raiders win this combat, the war machine does not break, you cannot do a combat reform versus a war machine.
Yes, that's correct.
Just kind of something to keep in mind. It's not part of the rules. So here we have the same situation with the Goblin Raiders charging in. This time they want to do something a little bit different. So they're going to charge forward and then wheel to the right.
So they can clip the war machine with their corner.
Thereby clipping the war, as you can see, clipping it on the corner.
So I was in front, and now I'm touching it, but I'm 30 degrees at an angle.
Correct. Whereas, and they probably could have achieved a little bit steeper of an angle.
They could have
if they wanted to. But the objective here, of course, is if they would have hit it straight on and want to overrun, they're going this way.
Right.
This time they're heading out this way.
Exactly.
And the same thing applies here.
For the other direction.
Just going to wheel to the other direction and clip it there.
Right. Now, this is the case of a charger who's lined up right in front of the war machine.
Correct. Square in front of the war machine.
Right. If you're off center, you have some other possibilities.
And then, where's my mouse?
There we go.
So off center, you have some different possibilities.
So in this case, it's on my right side. And we're being buzzed on telephones and such.
My phone is bugging the crap out of me. All right, so you can see they're displaced off a little bit to the left with the war machine on your right.
Right.
And this allows them to do something to like this.
Because you're allowed to do that 90-degree wheel.
Correct. You have one 90-degree wheel. One wheel of
up to 90 degrees on any charge.
Now, they could go straight in, just wheel a little bit and go straight in.
And then hit it and go straight through.
Okay. But because of the tactical advantage, maybe that could generate it. They can do this.
And in this case, we've kind of contacted the backside of the war machine.
War machine.
But additionally, maybe we don't want to go that far. We want to clip it more on the front because there's something on the other side of it.
Something over here that they want to get to.
So now I've done the same thing and I've clipped the front of the war machine with making a 90-degree turn and then going in.
And again, the tactical advantage, of course, is you're going here to the front because you want to stay away from something back here.
Right.
Or you want to hit something over here.
Hit. Exactly.
And the same case back here. You can do that to stay away from something or force yourself into something else. The one thing you cannot do.
This is a no.
This is a no-no. So they were off here to the left. And remember
facing straight in.
Yes. Remember before when we were facing straight in, we could do this. But now we're off to the left. So this is not allowed because it would require
two different
wheels, which you cannot do.
Correct. There's only one wheel allowed.
Only one wheel allowed in the charge.
In a charge.
And that's going to do it for our war machines. Again, from this position, you can't do this, but you can just go straight in. You can wheel slightly and hit it. You can wheel more and hit it, or you can do the other ones and thump into it.
Exactly.
Either corner. This is just a quick thing you do. And again, the thing to stress here is you do not align to the war machine.
Correct.
There is no aligning to the war machine.
It's all about, you just have to contact it, and your number of models is fixed.
The number of models facing it is fixed as well. And again, you win this combat, something else is coming up behind you. You cannot do a combat reform to turn and face it.
Right.
Or
So
whatever.
the key, though, is that it allows you to really line up your breakthroughs.
Correct.
And more so than you can with any other unit.
Correct. Because you end up lining up to troops, you have to line up to them.
Exactly.
But the round-based things you do.
And you only have so much plate with maximizing and all of this. But here we don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Correct. All right. That's going to do it for Charging War Machines.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.